There are approximately 14 to 17 million indigenous people and approximately 134 tribes here in the Philippines. These tribes are different culture, religion, language, and even justice system. That's why the Republic Act 8371 or Indigenous People Rights Act of 1997 was established. The law includes right in ancestral domain, right in self-governance and empowerment, social justice and human rights, cultural integrity, delineation, and recognition of ancestral domains. And lastly, Ancestral Domain Fund.
Chapter 3, Ancestral Domain. Indigenous people should have concept of territories, which cover not only physical environment, but includes spiritual and cultural bounds. Indigenous people should also have concept of ownership.
Chapter 4, Right of Self-Governance and Empowerment. The state shall recognize the government and the juristic system of indigenous people here in the Philippines.
Chapter 5, Social Justice and Human Rights. Indigenous people treat as the same treatment to non-indigenous people. Therefore, there would be no discrimination and entitled to have human rights too. They should also be respected and enjoy equal opportunity with others.
Chapter 6, Cultural Integrity, including state protection of indigenous culture, tradition and institutions, rights to control and establish their own educational system, community intellectual rights, right to religious, cultural sites and ceremonies, rights to indigenous knowledge system and practices to develop their own science and technologies, rights to access to biological and generic resources.
Chapter 8, Delineation and Recognition of Ancestral Domain. As the part of Chapter 3, since they have the sense of ownership to their ancestral domain, the government, especially the Department of Environmental and Natural Resources, shall take the necessary steps to identify the indigenous people, land to occupy, and guarantee effective protection of their rights. Also, according to Chapter 8, Section 60, all lands
Chapter 10, Ancestral Domain Fund. The Ancestral Domain Fund is need for development and delineation of ancestral domain. The initial amount needed is 130 million pesos to cover it all. The 50,000 pesos will come from the PCSO and the other 10 million pesos will come from the
Chapter 11, Penalties. If this law violate, penalty will be no less of 9 months but no more than 12 years and fine with the amount of not less than 100,000 pesos, more than 500,000 pesos, depending on how heavy the penalty is. The offender is public official, then it will result as the cancellation of their registration or license. Based on the Chapter 7, National Commendation on Indigenous People are the who will enforce this police or laws. This agency will be should be responsible for the implementation of police plans and programs and also promote